Cozy Coven members, and welcome to another video. Today we are actually going to be doing, I'm so excited about this. I honestly have been just waiting, but we are actually going to be doing a witch's moon unboxing. I've actually unpackaged everything and laid it out in front of me just to make this a little bit easier for you guys. But the witch's moon, in case you didn't know, I will link them down below. They do not pay me to make these videos, but they do send me the boxes, which I really appreciate. So thank you, Witch's Moon. But I will leave a link to their site down below if you want to get one of these for yourself. Usually at the end of the month, if there are extras of their boxes, they will list them, or they will list items on their moon market. So if you see things in this box, there's a good chance you'll be able to get them. So just keep that in mind, but let's go ahead and dive in. I actually like to do these very thorough. This is the October box, or the Samhain box, if you will. There are some Samhain related items. If you guys are unfamiliar with what the heck Samhain is or what that means, it's basically like a pagan or like a witch's version of Halloween. It actually came before Halloween. We had Samhain before we ever had Halloween. So if you guys want a video on Samhain, I was considering putting something together. So let me know down below if that's something you'd be interested in, because I do celebrate Samhain and I'm very excited about it. But this box's theme is actually a walk between worlds, which is very, 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 very Samhain appropriate, or Halloween appropriate, because if you guys didn't know, when Samhain is happening, or Halloween is happening, there is actually a thinning of the veil, and I should say, I believe, pagans, witches, a lot of people, spirituality wise, believe that the veil between the unknown, or the outer world, or the passed on world, you could say, and our world is so much thinner. So we can actually communicate a little bit easier with those people that have passed on. So it could be a time that you could consider to be very spooky if stuff like that really freaks you out. But honestly, I just try to look at it in a way that is very respectful to the dead. But anyways, I'm not here to give you a history lesson on Samhain. We're here to talk about this box. So let's do it, shall we, friends? So as always, they do include these papers that are very thorough, which I'm going to read to you as we go through this. And they also always include a piece of parchment paper, which I really like that. I have yet to use any of mine. I'm not going to lie to you about it, mostly because my Book of Shadows, it already kind of is like this parchment styled, like thick paper. So basically though, they give that to you in case you want to record anything you like do with this box, or just to do anything with, you have a place to record it. So I thought that was really nice, and it probably is something I could stand to do, even if I used it for like my Book of Shadows versus a grimoire, because Book of Shadows is more like, in my opinion, more like scribbly, and it's just kind of jotting things down, where a grimoire is a little bit more polished and put together. So it might be a good like scratch paper, if you will, in a way. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the theme. So the transition into the month of October and Samhain signifies the most powerful time of revelations and spiritual guidance. As the veil thins, we begin to truly connect with other worlds on a sensory plane of communication, allowing us to understand messages, visions, and signs to stark clarity. As we focus on the art of divination, peering past our reflection and into the spirit realm, we take the opportunity to speak clearly with our guides and ancestors. So for those of you guys that have been asking me for a video on how to connect with your guides, it is something I'm putting together, and I think it would be a really good time for you guys to receive that video too, because with the thinning of the veil happening, connecting with your ancestors and those that have passed on is so much easier, and even connecting with your guides is easier. It can be easy and a daily occurrence if you like work the muscle, as I like to call it, your spiritual muscle, but it's so much easier during this time of the year, and they basically state that as well. This much anticipated collection holds items that we have created for the specific time of year exclusively for our subscribers. We are truly honored and thrilled to assist you during your rituals this season as we take as we take seriously the walk between worlds. And then I love that they always put this in here. It says, it is important to always remember that your path is sacred to your individual self. We recommend taking the time to connect with the items in this box and use them in a way that feels correct to you. Every practitioner resonates with different ideals and ways of performing ritual. We do not take this work lightly and strive to provide the highest quality ritual items for you to use. Be sure to clear your space and cast your circle of protection before performing any type of ritual. So I love that they include that, because even as I'm going through these items, you might hear me say things of like how I would use them, but please recognize that it's different for every person that practices their spirituality in their own way. So if you saw these items, you might do something different with them than I would. So just keep that in mind as we go through. So I'm actually going to save the first, well, no, I'll talk about it first. It's like the big ticket item. So in every box, they always have like an item that is like the big ticket item. It's something that's bigger. It's usually like they've given statues in the past. They usually have one signifying object or item that really brings the whole box together. So I am going to show that first because I feel like the whole box really does cater to it. But first and foremost, it's a 3-part thing. This is the frame, and the frame, we'll read the description in a moment, but the frame has little symbols on it. I believe this is a symbol for Jupiter. Correct me if I'm wrong, or I'm sure they will. It looks like we have a sun, a moon, an eye, and I'm actually not sure what this one is down here in the corner. It almost feels like it's made out of like a really hard plastic, and it does say, I'm actually not sure what that says, but I'm sure the description will tell me. But, excuse me, there is this thing that connects into this where it's just like a little metal bar, and it connects into the back, and it actually makes it to where this is a stand. So this will actually stand up on your table for you, which I think is nice. Sorry, I'm checking to make sure you guys can see it in my viewfinder over here. So there's that. And then inside this blank space, baby. I freaking love that song. It's such a fall mood. But inside that, we actually have, in this little silk pouch, we have a disc. And I'm pretty sure this is an obsidian disc, which I think is very cool. And it actually fits right inside the eye. And what this is it's a scrying mirror. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. My husband, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. My husband scries quite actively. He has a crystal ball that is black obsidian, and he scries. It's something that I've never really dabbled in myself. And I think it's mostly because I've always been a little bit scared of it. But to be quite honest with you, any practice that you do, whether it's tarot cards, pendulums, mirror scrying, crystal ball scrying, no matter what practice you're invested in, if you bring that fear into your practice, that is what is going to create a bad time, in my humble opinion. If you come at it from a place of love and compassion and curiosity, and you protect yourself, you really have nothing to be scared of. And that's something I've been really working myself through, but let's go ahead and actually read up on this. I just thought I would throw that in there, though, that even I, as somebody who practices a myriad of craft, get scared of my own craft sometimes. So just thought, like, it's okay if you're a little bit scared, if it's like foreign to you and it's something that you don't normally do. So handcrafted mirror frame with obsidian scrying disc. The handcrafted black mirror frame was created with the intention of enchanting the sacred energy that surrounds your scrying rituals. This frame has been embellished with the planetary symbol of Mercury. So I'm sorry, that might have been Mercury on there. I thought it was Jupiter. To bring the flow of communication and intellect to your session. Also included on this frame is the planetary symbol of Jupiter. Oh no, the other one was Mercury. That one was Jupiter. I was going to say, I was pretty sure. To guide you towards obtaining further knowledge on your journey between realms. An opening has been created within the middle of the eye to place your obsidian disc. This representation of the eye resonates deeply within our spiritual practice as it represents perception through psychic sight. As stated with the Black Mirror Scrying Book of Shadows artwork, scrying is the art of gazing into the reflection surface, and I'll show you that in a moment, and divining meaning from perceiving resulted images. or phenomena, sorry. The term scrying derives from the 16th century descry, meaning to succeed in discerning or to discern dimly, predating written history. Wow, I didn't know that it predated written history. That's fascinating. I love history. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so like I really love to learn. The earliest surviving mirrors were hand-shaped from polished black obsidian, a stone of vision and prophecy. Obsidian is actually volcanic glass, forged in the fiery depths of the earth and born of ardent issue. Okay. Thus, obsidian delivers an excellent surface for scrying. As you cleanse and consecrate, create your sacred space and open and close your obsidian portal per the given recommendation instructions. Be cautious. Know that the practice is surrounded with seriousness and should not be mistaken for anything less than a portal to the spirit realm. As you become more comfortable and intimate with your scrying mirror, visions and messages only come to you more clearly. The practice of scrying is merely another tool to sharpen your psychic intuition. We have also included a stand that can be attached through the back of your frame. Please be careful not to bend it. Okay. And then obsidian disc, along with the ability to clear negative energy from your surroundings. Obsidian is a fantastic conductor of spirit communication. Connected with the element of earth. This sacred stone is also revered for its ability to cast a protective net over any given area. Allow this beautiful polished obsidian disc to uncover hidden truths to you that may be waiting on the other side of the thinning veil. So, very, very, very fascinating stuff. Let me refocus this really quick. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure you guys can see my pretty face. But basically, that's what that's all about. And again, I want to reiterate how like serious that practice is, the practice of scrying. And I agree with everything that they said there. It should be taken very seriously. But if you are considering this for yourself, again, don't go into it from a place of fear. I would actually, I think for myself, I'm actually going to leave this scrying disc out and get very comfortable having it around my surroundings first, because I've had it in this box for the last week or so. And I think I'm going to actually purposely leave it out to make myself more comfortable around it. Also, I have my coffee with a straw because lipstick. Don't judge me, okay? Okay. So, up next we have a hand-rolled Walk Between Worlds spell candle with an incantation. So, I actually am probably not going to be using this spell candle how they ask me to in the box, and I'll explain. It did come with this lovely incantation, which I love. I'm going to be putting this in my Book of Shadows 100%. I love the cardstock, or it's not cardstock, it's this frame they printed for this. I'm not going to read this to you because I say this every time I do these videos. I really do believe that words have power. And when you read incantations to other people, even if you're not doing it from the spirit of spell work, I do believe that those incantations still work to a degree. So I will not read the incantation to you. But we do also have this hand-rolled candle. This is my biggest complaint with this box. I say it every single time, though I love the Witch's Moon. I love everything that they do and that they stand for. It really bothers me that they do not give us soy candles. Even if they just gave chime candles, the little waxed candles, and didn't do the beeswax, I would really appreciate that. So Witch's Moon, if you're watching, please maybe consider just giving out chime candles instead of beeswax candles, just for the environment and for the bees. I think it's just a better way to do things personally. But again, obviously that is very centered to me and other people that choose that. But I would just like to even have the option, even if it costed a little bit more. I'm pretty sure everybody could agree around the table that we would prefer that. So just something to consider. But it is a black candle. And this black candle I will probably be using on the Scorpio new moon, which is coming up on Sunday, the 27th, and I think into the 28th of October. And it's my 12th house I have a 12th house Scorpio, so it's the end for me, basically, and before I come into my first house of Sagittarius. So I'm probably going to be using this then, but I don't think I'm going to use it with the intention of scrying. But let's see what the candle has to tell us. So, hand-rolled a Walk Between Worlds spell candle. I don't know. Then there's a part of me that's but there were intentions already set with this. I mean, I could cleanse it and start over. Like, it's not a big deal, but I don't know. I haven't actually read the description, so I might change my mind. We have hand rolled and charged this candle with the purpose of enchanting the magical with the purpose of enchanting the magical intent that flows through your sacred space while you scry. The incantation that accompanies this spell candle has been created as a piece of artwork that can be placed within your Book of Shadows. That was the little incantation I showed you guys. Before you begin, be sure to place within your book of... Wait, nope. To create the energy that... I can't read. Before you begin, be sure to create the energy that surrounds you. This can include cleaning, cleansing, and setting the tone for the purposed ritual. We always recommend being comfortable within your space so that you may speak words clearly out loud, enhancing your intentional energy. The purpose of this candle is to assist you in setting intentions for your visit to the spirit realm through scrying. Allow the natural ingredients within this candle to direct you in receiving necessary messages during your meditations and rituals. This candle has been enchanted with cinnamon and clove oils. We have also included a special mixture of our witch's magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery. And then they tell you basically how to use this candle if you don't have a holder, which I think is really nice of them. I think I am going to cleanse this candle and use it how I want to, because I actually already have a really big black candle that I use for all of my protection work. So I think I am going to cleanse this and reuse it in a different way. That's what I mean, and what they mean by like using the items how you see fit. They have suggestions for you, but you can kind of do whatever. Okay. Scrying Magic Anointing Oil. So they always send an oil. I have yet to get a box from them where there isn't an oil involved. This one is the, what did I say that it was? It's just the scrying. It's called scrying. And the cool thing about this, I don't know if they're going to talk about it. We'll read and see in a moment. But the cool thing about this is when you scry, a lot of times you actually can put oil on the item that you're scrying with. So if it's a crystal ball, a disc, if you're actually using like a handheld mirror, putting oil on the surface of the mirror actually works very well to get different messages out, especially if it's enchanted oil or something that you've made yourself, or from the witch's moon, or from an apothecary that you like to get from. But basically, there is somebody who just did a video on this. I will put a card in here for them. If you guys don't follow Shadow Harvest and you're into witchcraft, I firmly agree you should check out their channel. They are doing Youtober, I believe, or like they do 30 days of Halloween or 31 days of videos, and they're awesome. They give me so much insight into the magical world that I am not aware of, and they dabble a lot in shadow work and talk about it very openly. Sorry, an appreciation moment for Shadow Harvest, but she recently did a video on mirror scrying and talked about that. So let's actually give this a smell. It smells... I can't tell what that is, but it's like something... Is it clove? There might be some kind of clove or something in this. Or like anise. We'll have to look. It'll tell us what's in it usually. But I usually don't, or I probably won't wear this oil. I probably will only use it during scrying. I wear a lot of the oils that they send though, depending on the intention that was put into them. But let's see what this one has to say for us. So, scrying magical anointing oil. We have created the magical anointing oil with the intention of attracting spirit guides to your scrying rituals. What? That's cool. As you anoint the edges of your frame, magical tools, or self, visualize the disappearing of the physical things that stand before you, allowing you to adjust your perceptions and connect with the energetic field that vibrates all around you. We have enhanced the magical oil with sandalwood. We have to flip the page. Rose, star anise, cinnamon, and cinnamon oils, and have included blue lotus and mugwort as well. Inside your oil, you will find a Lemurian quartz said to personify oneness within your aura. We have also included a special mixture of our spirit guide magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery. Oh my goodness. And these are a sunflower oil base, so they are pretty safe for most people. They always say to do like a small little test. Even in here, they include that, like make sure you spot test this on you before you use it. But that's really cool. I actually maybe would anoint myself with this. I've been working lately to actually connect with more archangels in my practice. I feel a really strong connection currently to Archangel Sandalphon, so that's really interesting. I didn't realize that they were going to talk specifically about spirit guides, but I like that. I will definitely be using that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the next thing. So we have a Samhain Celebratory Sacred Salt. So they usually do always give us a bath salts in these boxes, which I so appreciate. Oh my God, that smells. This, I think, is actually my second favorite bath salt I've ever received for them over the years. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I have a bath salt from the very first box that they ever gave to me, and I've only used half of it. And I've saved the other half for like over a year with the intention that when I move to my next place that I've been trying to manifest, or I am manifesting for the last like year or so, that the first bath I take, I'm going to use the rest of those bath salts. So like I made like an intention when I took the first bath, and this one is like the first, like I like all of them, but this is the first one I've received that I've liked, I think, as much as that one. So these are the Samhain ones, and let's see what's in them. So Samhain is the Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the darker half of the year. The festival date falls halfway between major solar celebrations and the autumn equinox and the winter solstice. This blood harvest signifies the thinning of the worlds when earthly and spiritual realms overlap. This very special time of year is for honoring the ancestors and placating restless spirits. We have created the sacred salt with the intention of celebrating the sacred time of year. Relax and let go of preconceived thoughts and expectations. Allow your inner chatter to slowly stop cluttering your emotions. As you resonate with the earthly ingredients of this sacred salt, take the time to ponder and connect with the energies of your ancestors and guides. This bath ritual is great to conduct before performing divination practices. We have enchanted this sacred salt with clove, star anise, and amber oils, as well as yarrow, vervain, and mugwort herbs. We have also included a special mixture of our ancestral honoring magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery in the making of this sacred salt. Wow. And basically they say if you don't have a bath, to put a bowl out and do kind of like a foot soak with the bath crystals, which I really like. So that's wonderful. I don't know when I will use this. I might wait until Samhain, actually, like the night of Samhain, to use that. Oh, my cat is coming in here. He might start talking to us. We'll see. So then we also have the copal incense sticks. They usually do always provide us with incense. It looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They gave us 8 of them. I actually do burn all of them. Like not all at once, obviously, but their incense are very, very good. Like they're very potent. They always smell really good. I've never received an incense from them that wasn't like really good smelling and didn't like bring something into my atmosphere. So they do give good incense. And I feel like I would know because I have used some really crappy Walmart incense in my time, and I'm kind of a snob about incense. But copal incense sticks, this powerful incense, sorry, I have an itch, was included within this collection to ward off all forms of unwanted and ill-natured spirits. As the smoke from this copal incense wafts through your surroundings, embrace the strong and protective energy that it provides. This specific incense is great to use during your scrying and divination rituals, as it allows you to tread safely into unknown realms of consciousness. So, cool. Good to know. Love that. Yerba Santa Sage Bundle. So they did send this. I have some thoughts about this, and I'll explain in a moment, but it smells like a farm. Like it smells like hay. It does. It smells like hay. I'm not sure how much I'm going to love this. But let's see what we have to say here. So, along with carrying the ability to clear and cleanse your sacred space, yerba santa sage is a great herb to burn before or during divination. Known for its ability to heighten psychic awareness, yerba santa breaks through earthly stress and anxiety so that truth, revelation, and insight can come into view. So sweetwood or cinnamon, I love. They've actually given this to us before. So they always give little pouches of magical herbs. We're going to talk about all 3 of the ones that came in this box this month, but this is sweetwood or cinnamon. I didn't actually know that it was cinnamon. I guess I didn't read the description very heavily last time they gave this to us, but I want to say they gave this to us last fall in a box. But this sweetwood or cinnamon, also known as cinnamon, sweetwood has always been a necessary ingredient to keep within our cabinet of magical purposes, as well as being used within sacred potions and tinctures. Cinnamon can adjust the vibration surrounding you, raising your spiritual aptitude. Cinnamon is also a great stimuli while working towards developing psychic ability for intuition and divination work. Planetary affiliation: the sun, element, fire, associated deities, Venus, Aphrodite, or gender masculine. So I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but Aphrodite is one of my personal guides. So I love that. Aphrodite, my homegirl, I got you. I'm sure you're in this room right now. She's with me like all the time. Aphrodite, boo, I'm going to burn some of this for you. For sure. So how I like to use these herbs, more often than not, you can use them in oils in all kinds of ways, but I really like to use these in my cauldron. I'll burn them on top of like a coal that I light, and it's lovely. So then we also have the Damiana. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. I don't know where that camera just cut off, but I knew I had to look. Damiana, sorry, we're going to read this one again. Damiana herb. Damiana has been a favorite herb of ours through the years, aiding us in producing visions while scrying or entering dream work. Known for its perspective-altering effects, Damiana can be burned by the bedside to produce visions, or simply burned as part of an incense blend during rituals to enhance your ability to let go of the ego and to embrace new thought patterns. Planetary affiliations: Mars, elemental affiliation: fire, gender, masculine, and magical properties: love, lust, spells, and vision work. I was actually just watching a video by Bahati Life today that she was talking about like dream work, and I actually last night set the intention to have I just wanted a glimpse into my future, because I've been very, very, very focused on moving for quite some time, like over a year. I've been manifesting a move, and I definitely saw like a move. Like I saw me living in a townhome, which is the move I'm looking for. So it did work, but I woke up and I saw this like red, I thought it was an orb at first. It actually was a light reflecting off of my fan and into my mirror, but like only sitting in this very specific position would I have ever seen that. And so I take that, everything as a sign. Nothing is a coincidence. So I've been trying to figure out what that means, because that was exactly what I woke up to. Is it was like very bright, and it was the first thing I saw, and I was like, whoa. I've been really trying to connect with my dreams lately. So that's really cool that they included that. The Artemis fire, is that what that says? The Artemis herb, or mugwort. Oh snap, mugwort, heck yes. Also known as mugwort, the Artemis herb is truly a staple herb in divination. Work mugwort can be carried, made into herbal ritual teas, or burned on a charcoal disc to produce strong effects. When working to develop and strengthen your psychic abilities, incorporate mugwort into your preparation process. Again, with Bahati Life, she was talking about drinking mugwort tea right before bed to induce prophetic visions, or prophetic dreams. And I genuinely feel like that's something I want to start dabbling in, because if you guys follow me on Twitter, I recently had a dream about my hair, and I was like, whoa. Like, I talked about it on Twitter, why it was so significant to me, but it was crazy. So prophetic dream work is really cool. Okay, so we also have Blood Moon, October, Sabbath, and Full Moon Correspondences Book of Shadow Work. So I love that they give these to us. I actually put them up in my house or on my altar. This one looks especially cool. I'm not going to sit and read all of this to you, but there is like, basically it tells you the names for the moon coming up, or this moon may have actually already taken place, I'm not sure. Magical beings that go in correspondence, the animals, the botanicals, or like the flowers and herbs, stones and crystals, and then magical rituals and, intentions to set with it. So I thought that was cool. Calcifer, can you not, buddy? You're being loud. Stop. But basically, it's like the full moon in October, which I think technically we've already had the full moon in October this month, but we do still have the Sabbat or the Sabbath coming up. So I love that they give us those because I do, like I said, I frame them in my house sometimes. I'll switch them out as time progresses throughout the year. I have quite a few of them from them, and I like that. And then we also have the oh, no, we have a couple. We also have this Black Mirror scrying artwork. Did they not talk about this one? Oh, they might have talked about this one earlier and I didn't show it to you. I'm sorry. So we also have this artwork that talks about scrying specifically, and it basically talks about how it can help you with personal growth, mystic revelations and what that kind of entails, a common mirror phenomenon, and it gives you kind of the steps to go through to actually practice mirror scrying. So I really like that. I'm excited to share that with my husband later because I told you guys, he actually scries on the regular. Okay, so then they also gave us a personal oracle reading. What's funny is I thought this was like a business card. When I first saw it, I was like, huh, that's interesting. They never give business cards in their boxes, but it's actually the oracle card, and I love this. So the personalized oracle reading, this one is from Making Magic Deck by Priestess Moon, is the person that created this one. I love the cards. Like, I would think I would actually buy these. I like the color of them. They're black and gold. And this one says, little luxuries generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. I actually feel like I need to keep this in my wallet or something because, I've talked about this a lot, but I feel like my root chakra like really, really struggles. And so I constantly, especially financially, feel like I'm in a state of just trying to survive. And I've been that way for years and years and years and years that I don't even feel like I know what it really feels like to not be out of survival mode. And so I feel like that's another thing I've been really working to manifest and to enjoy a little bit more of a luxurious life. So I think that was actually very spot on for me. And it looks like it has maybe a sigil that you can use next to it. That's what like this symbol looks like right here. So maybe a sigil. Okay, and then the parchment paper, which we already talked about. And you guys, that is everything from this box. I know these videos are very long-winded, but I always want to be very thorough and really give you guys what is in these. Also, something I wanted to add to that is I just didn't want to forget. With the artwork in these boxes, they were created by A.E. Aiden. So if you guys ever want to look them up, I always like to make sure to do my best to always credit the artist in everything because I have artist friends and they're all incredible. So sorry that I left that out initially, but I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to like sit down and scry. Maybe I'll like plan that for Samhain this year or like during Dia de los Muertos. My husband is like 100% Spanish, and so we do celebrate Dia de los Muertos in this house, which is the Day of the Dead on November 2nd. We kind of do like Samhain and Dia de los Muertos together in a lot of ways. We don't always celebrate them separately, but I think it would be really cool to try to scry and like talk to my sister or try to connect with my sister who passed and maybe his grandmother who passed. I don't know, something that might be interesting, but thank you so much, Witch's Moon. Moon for providing me with this box. I always appreciate it. It's always such a joy to open these up. I love sharing them with you guys. Let me know down below if there's anything in here that you guys think is interesting, or if I brought anything interesting into your consciousness with this video. I always want to hear about it. And I look forward to hearing about your guys' Halloween and or Samhain plans. So let me know down below if you guys have any plans, even if it's just trick-or-treating or passing out candy to the neighborhood kids. I want to hear about it. So don't forget, you guys, to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at kozykale, and my website is going to be open soon, relaunching with like all this new stuff, kozykale.com. Make sure you check it out. All you can see right now is a construction page, unless it's open, which it might be by this point. I don't know. But I will see you guys in a future video. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye, guys.